I remember a time when I was the Seahawks.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Seahawks coming in at 3-9, going up against the Patriots, who come in at 7-5.
We win today.
So let's get you up to CenturyLink Field in Seattle. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And here's a look at the starting offense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Back to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big play there for the Patriots. 31 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Electricity running through the millions of the rock
for the offensive group.
They'll say, there he is, the most electrifying man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Oh, my God.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They come up in an offset eye. They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out here in the eye. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got time. His throw
And I was there.
Complete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Yeah, well, it'll be after when I play rugby.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take
I'm about to say, damn, who they gonna give me?
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to
He
the
get
tight
it.
end. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
Here we go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Wide open receiver, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Here we go. Ohio.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math both here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second down following the incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now back to throw. Surveying the field. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a sack for a loss of 4.
You're damn right. Almost second interception.
Down and goal. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw.
And he dropped it.
The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for New England. And even 60 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
No, it's a hard hit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take
you got to get your block, Ramsey.
About the 7. And a look at the defense now. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Here we go. The Chiefs go. The Green 39. Green 39.
The center receiver in motion to the right. The play clock's running down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So the offense has it first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Room here to run. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back
He can't see me.
end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
I should have went for
the
2.
Anticipation on the play, reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they'll run it here. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Nah, he ain't going to run to the left.
With a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Tez Rilla, my nigga. What's up, baby? Trying to win this game to stay
back to throw here.
Playoff ready. Man, why is this nigga catching this ball?
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th
You
catch.
good?
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
They tired.
And they'll try the
you ran
game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll set up to throw.
Pick out the ball.
And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Hey, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his
They tired. That's all it is.
couldn't
They can't
pick
catch the
it.
ball because they tired.
But it's now 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it
Watch
would have been
the
their
fake.
3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him.
And he missed.
Who's going to get the next one?
We'll take it from
becomes
up
a
there.
challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
As they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And it'll
I
be
see more
2nd
people than I
down.
normally do. What
They
the fuck
tried
was
to run
that?
the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Now my nigga's tripping.
Fake. They'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Catch the ball, nigga.
Through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Might not. Watch his score.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Right to him, just like I knew it.
This half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That's my fault, because I damn near outran the block. If I let go, I score.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss.
They make one great block and turn around and don't make no block. I'm starting to think we can't run the street to the left. I mean to the right.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football.
That boy's playing good. That boy's playing excellent this morning.
Right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use.
Zone. 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 Zone.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Zone.
And they'll go on the ground.
Get your block, nigga.
This is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long.
Right.
You know they trust him with the football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll drop the throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2. Now third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Another pistol look here.
Back there, Philly. Here we go. Green, 3.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 1. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8
like
on
always,
the sack
my lineman
there,
came
and
back.
it's 2nd down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Watch it now. Check. Hurry up. Here we go. Watch it now. Barney.
On play action, they'll throw.
Perfect.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down.
No, he just got him.
The sack
That's what I was trying to do.
It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And no
the ball.
this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense.
I know
get
what's
the ball
coming.
back for our offense and go down here
When
and
it's
score
on
some
elite, that
points.
was
Now,
messed
the
up.
last part remains to be seen, but they got the first
That's the
part
game,
done
man.
very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So it is third down now, but less than a yard to go.
Come on, let's go. 38.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go. 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen.
From 5.
Score! Touchdown, Seattle. Their big tight end. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have to make this a close game again. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over.
Oh, he got the win. Okay, that's been my problem.
And now out come the Patriots. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Backing up. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there.
That last hit.
The ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roll free and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
What happened?
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And
just couldn't get there.
That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. 190.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is indeed good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here we go. Blue 90.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Back now in Seattle, Washington. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Come on,
Just
man.
2 yards
Almost
to go here on
intercept.
2nd down for the offense. They come out here in the eye. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Wide open receiver.
Man, that was the glitchiest play I ever seen in my lifetime. Cheesiest play, I mean.
Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
I don't understand how I can hold a lead. I can't hold one.
On the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Play clock winding down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Patriots. 37 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people...
And man missed the whole fucking block.
And that's exactly what they did there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to reverse
I thought he caught it.
And create some space in the run game?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it looks like they might be expecting to pass an extra DB in on 3rd and goal.
That's how the game has changed. Now we think pass first, even in goal line situations.
Give them a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Take the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Touchdown, buddy.
Patriots. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet.
What the fuck was I saying?
30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some
sure
options on 2nd and short. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And,
Good job, Noel. Let's take it back.
It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit
Is it something between the ears?
once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll get him down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey. Damn, where's their formation?
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Hell yeah, I wouldn't be tripping.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
You can run the ball all day long if you want to.
Run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack the seat.
Yeah, who you going to throw it to? I see 2 niggas. I'm going to guard 2 niggas too.
And it took the ball off course.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go
on
the
I'm in the chat
defensive
room.
team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count
That nigga wide open.
pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Third down now following the completed pass.
Illegal pass.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
Illegal 4 pass. Punt the ball. Do what's smart. Take the loss.
On that play, he simply dropped it.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll look to throw.
He dropped it. We won. It's over with, Gorilla.
Had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over.
Ain't gonna be no pass.
Terrific field position.
Ain't gonna be no fun. Ain't gonna be no fun.
A great spot to start this drive from here.
If anything, I'll kick 3. And I'll kick it now, just to make sure. Close eye.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Get off me.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first
Usually
play
be
of the
circle.
drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact,
2 clock in.
and get things moving.
2nd down following the run. And to give this time
Let's
to
go.
tailback. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Did he go out of bounds? Yeah. Fuck.
Good yardage, solid yardage.
Yeah, he
They
did.
feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set.
Yeah.
It's always interesting.
That's the only
to
good
watch
thing
what
about it.
offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the run.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the
They named it in Bro Island, so it gotta be.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Patriots, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.
5 takeaways, none giveaway.
From Seattle.
Whoa.
So long, everybody.
Look at that. We can't be doing that shit no more. For the division title. What? The Steelers the only team undefeated? Hang on to the last spot then, Patriots. Hang on. What's the Browns record? Did they lose again? These niggas is 75. 2 more games and I can say I'm in. Yeah. Hold on, I'll be back. Trash ass nigga. I'm about to catch you. Don't worry. I'm not playing Xenoverse. I just... I'm the league leaders, big fellas. What they young? I'm leading the rookies with the most steals in the game, big fellas. And the most assists, big fellas. I'm January 15th, big fella. Get your January 15th ass nigga on off a pro. Fuck you, big fella. I ain't moving off a pro until the first year, big fella. Yeah. MVP. Y'all MVP of the year? Let me see this 2K real quick. I don't know what it is. I know I love football, but I love basketball. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Just won a game. Yeah. Came back and won, Tez. Yeah. Gotta stop fucking off the lead, Tez. Yeah. Yeah. Trash ass nigga.